It's Chris here today from Huckabones Equipment. We're here on location today at my house. We're doing a little bit of a demo using the LX3310 on a grading scraper, a GS0560. First thing we're going to do is talk a little bit about the grading scraper and then do a nice little demo for it, so to give you a great idea of how this operates. Let's dive right into it. So today on the back of this LX, you'll see that it has the quick hitch, the QH15. Again, I selected the QH15 because it has the floating top link, which makes it quite a bit easier whenever you're switching between implements to get it in the right location to, again, make life easier on yourself when switching between 2 or 3 different implements in a day. So anyway, it's nice having a quick hitch. It's nice and easy to hook up implements. As you see today, it just kind of pops in. When talking about a grading scraper, whether it be a 48 inch up to a 96 inch, you always see scare fires out front. They're great for tearing up. Whenever it's the first time you've done it a long time, you know, it removes that weeds in the middle where your tire marks are, or if you have a vacant lot or a new build and you're spreading some topsoil, it works great to break up those clumps, you know, if it's clay or whatnot. And then a little bit further back, then you have your 2 leveling planes with the blades on them. This one in particular is installed with the rear blades, so you could reverse to level as well as drive forward. You know, it's a great option to have whenever you get into tight areas. The nice thing about a grading scraper is they're simple. They're kind of like a box blade on training wheels. You just basically drop it and go, and the gravel or material goes up and over and comes out level. The big thing is to have material to work with, whether it be sand or gravel. Give it something to work with and it's going to come out perfect every time. But the only real downside to it is the scare fires out front is they can dig up some stuff you didn't want it to. If it gets hooked down there, whether it be out on your bush trails and get some tree roots hooked on there, or potentially underneath your gravel is, you know, your bigger stones and stuff like that, it can dig those up. But again, just lift them up. There's a nice simple system, bring it up and kind of removes all that issues. But yeah, big thing about grading scraper, easy to use as long as it's installed correctly, which is what we'll talk about now. So when installing any implement, some of the tools you may want are a nice bar, adjustable wrench, and if you're really finicky, especially with doing a grading scraper, that was taught to me is get a nice level so that whenever it's level on your tractor, it's level on the ground. Again, you don't have to get too particular, but it just does a nicer job when doing it. Again, so we'll get into putting this grading scraper now on the tractor and demonstrate why you may want some of these tools with you. As you can see, whenever we're hooking this up, it is off level. So we're going to be putting it back onto level. That's what the level is for. So there's your top link that you can bring out to bring it front to back level. Then you have your side adjustment to bring up the side up or down on it as well. So yeah, so we're going to just kind of watch the level and we're going to level it out. It's pretty good that way. There we go. So now that everything's level, you just want to make sure that you tighten down your nut on top of either your top link or your side adjustment. That way if you're using it, it won't loosen off on you. So that's where the adjustable wrench and the bar come in, just to make life a little bit easier on you. There's nothing more annoying, especially if you're using your rotary cutter or something where there's lots of vibrations. You'll see that loosen off, not so much on a grading scraper, but it is nice to lock those right down so you don't have to worry about it. One other small thing, you'll see that when you remove the top hook here, we went with the floating top link, just made it a little bit easier to attach. Again, if you just had set up just for one implement or 2 implements, the top hook there is nice and easy to adjust. If you're going to be switching between 5 or 6 implements like I do, floating top link's just that much easier to put on and off instead of adjusting that hook up and down. It's nice to have bushings too that come with the quick hitch to put on. Again, grading scraper, not too big of a deal. It just sits nicely down in there. If you're going to have a set of discs and then switch to a rotary cutter, it's very important to have those bushings in there so it doesn't pop out on you. So yeah, so we're all nicely leveled now. You know, now you're gonna actually get to see us use this grain scraper, because that's what we're all here for today. So. So that was kind of a quick demonstration of the grain scraper in action. You'll see two of the drawbacks right here of using the grain scraper is whenever it's pulling up long grasses and weeds and stuff, it doesn't like clumps. So it'll kind of pull them along with you and not do a great job of leveling. So one of the quick ways around that is just kind of pull up what you can the first pass, first couple passes kind of idea, and then let it sit for a week while all that dies, and then do it again. And then that kind of eliminates all that. And does then a beautiful job of leveling off. So, and again, one of the other drawbacks is your stones here. You can see it will pull them up. You'll see some orange paint on it. That's what it's supposed to do. Again, later tonight, I'm gonna have to go back through my driveway and pull off the half a dozen stones there that it has pulled up. So again, those are the two drawbacks of it. Is it doesn't like clumps of material, and it will pull up stones and other material that is underneath that you may not want it to do, but that's what it's going to do whenever it gets kind of hooked on that blade. So that's the two small drawbacks to a grain scraper. Is it doesn't like material building up in it, the clumpy material, and it doesn't really like stones and stuff like that. But again, you just pull them out of the way and go back over it. So that brings us to the end of today's video. You know, it was a quick overview of a grain scraper and how to attach it, as well as you know, we got out using it. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like and subscribe. And if you have any comments, please leave them down below.